Hello, everyone. Welcome back to AZB TV's continuing coverage of the Damas World 8-Ball Pool Championship in Fujairah, United Arab Emirates. And Mike, we're in some pretty nice accommodations right now.
Yes, we are, Jerry. What some of the fans back home may not know is at every major event across the country or across the world, they set up a media room for people like Jerry and I to relax and take a load off because it's hard work. I mean, let's face it. There's guys out there playing pool, but just covering that tournament is very hard work. And you have to have a place that you can come home to and relax in between matches. And that's where we're at right now. They've really done a nice job this year.
I think they have. The flowers and the wall coverings. It's a pretty nice place.
Makes me feel like I'm at home.
I just feel like a prince in these surroundings. In fact, these are the prince's surroundings. This actually is not the media room. This is the private practice room for His Royal Highness, the Prince of Brunei. And they take pretty good care of the prince.
Yes, they do. The prince, unfortunately, has left the tournament, but we did have some matches today. Jerry, what do we have today?
Well, we got down to the final 32. The group stages are now done. And now it all comes down to single elimination, and you win or you go home.
On the winner's side, we had two more players that had to be determined. Radislav Babica was playing Oliver Ortman. Now, Oliver looked completely unstoppable in his first match. And Mark Gray from Great Britain played Dennis Orkoyo. Dennis also looked unstoppable. So, of course, Babica beat Ortman and Mark Gray beat Orkoyo. Ortman and Orkoyo both fell to the one-loss side. After that, all the action was on the one-loss side. Players knew they had one more match. They either won and qualified for the final 32, or they lost and they went home.
One of those loser side matches was very, very important to our host country. And we would like to congratulate Hani Al-Hawri of the United Arab Emirates. He is the first player from the Emirates to ever graduate from the group stages and make it into the final two. So congratulations, Hani.
Definitely congratulations. Job well done. Joining Hani Al-Hawri from the one-loss side in the final 32, both representatives from China, Liu and Fu, both made it in. Two representatives from Italy, Bruno Muratori and Gabriele Semino. Also joining them was Dimitri Jungo. Dimitri's a former junior champion, correct?
Yes, he is.
And Huji C, he defeated Ronnie Wiseman to make it into the final 32.
Oh, and what a match that was. It went hill-hill. And Ronnie Wiseman had a shot on the 8-ball. You watched that shot.
He did. It went hill-hill. Ronnie had held an early lead. C fought back at hill-hill. C broke dry. Ronnie had a very runnable table. He got down to his sixth ball. There were fans and pros there watching that thought he might have played it slightly different to get on his seventh ball. The way he tried to play it, he tried to bump the ball, and as quite often happens that when you do that, he didn't bump it right. Left himself a very tough cut, maybe this far away from the last object ball, had to use the bridge, shot a beautiful cut to make that ball, left himself a shot on the 8. He looked at it and said aloud, just give me anything, just hoping and praying that he would have some kind of shot on the 8, and he did. He had a very makeable shot on the 8. I don't know if he rushed it or if he just relaxed after making that last ball, but he missed the 8, and C then had an open table to run out. Also joining C in the final 32, Superman Roberto Gomez. He made quick work of his match. Satoshi Kawabata from Japan. He struggled through his last match, and it went hill-hill before he got the win. Our reigning world 9-ball champion, Daryl Peach, defeated Antonio Gabica, and he made it into the final 32.
And just to make sure there's not any confusion, this is not the same Antonio Gabica that we all knew from the Camel Tour in the 90s. This is his son.
He did play well, just didn't play well enough. And Daryl Peach defeated him. Also in the final 32 from the one-loss side, Ralph Souquet. Ralph started off real strong, played Ibrahim bin Amir. He started off strong. Amir made a comeback. He wasn't going to go away easy. Ralph did finally finish that off. Konstantin Stepanov, who played so well at the World 9-Ball Championship, played America's Corey Deuel. Unfortunately, Corey is now on his way back to Phoenix for the UPA event. Konstantin beat him pretty handily. And then the two players that we were surprised to see fall over to the one-loss side, Dennis Orcoyo and Oliver Ortman, both returned to the form that we saw in their first matches. Orcoyo won his match 8-2, had a large contingent of Filipino fans watching, and Oliver won his match 8-1. The final match of the night saw Yasmin Ushan play Darren Appleton. Everyone was watching the last match. Yasmin did get the win. Jerry, you caught the end of that match. What happened?
Just an unbelievable shot from Yasmin. She had an impossible shot into the corner pocket. It was blocked by her opponent's ball. She went off of the rail into the back of that ball, and it went into the pocket. I was sitting beside Ralph Souquet. I asked him if he wanted to try that shot for the cash. He said, no way. That was one tough shot. There was only one tiny piece of rail that she could possibly hit and make that shot, and she nailed it. Yasmin Ocean, the only female in this competition, is through to the final 32. Watch out, boys.
Well, now the draw has not been made for the final 32, but the top 16 players coming out of the winner's side have been seeded based on their performance on the winner's side. Xie Wu is the number one seed at 18-0, which was pretty obvious. There were four players tied at 18-5. Jian Bofu, Shane Van Boning from America, Marcus Weston, and Nils Fayen. They will be seeded in that order. They were all tied at 18-5. So the top 16 players have already been set into the brackets where they're going to go. The 16 players coming over from the one-loss side will be randomly drawn into that so that no player who made it into the top 32 from the winner's side will have to face another player from the top 32 until the second round.
And unique to this event, tomorrow we have a day off. And we are going to enjoy this day off.
A well-deserved day off.
And at the end of tomorrow, there's going to be a gala dinner thrown for all of the competitors where, I've been to one of these gala dinners before, several of them, and they are absolutely magnificent. Food flows very freely at these dinners, and it is extremely good food. Looking forward to that a lot.
That will be our Tuesday, thinking about the dinner all day and then enjoying it all evening. Wednesday, we're back to business. We'll have 32 players, and 3 days later, by Friday night, we will know who the 2008 Damas World 8-Ball champion is.
And that's where we are. We're down to 32 players, and we'll keep covering it for you and keep you right up to date with everything that's happening right here in Fujairah, UAE, at the Damas World 8-Ball Championship.